Come out to a place I like to be. Brought my gear with me. This time of the year it's important to have your pack and all your stuff with it, because you never know if the weather's going to change. It can change pretty bloody quick around here, I tell you. Right, so I've got a little bit of a fire going, and that's just a warm me up fire. That's not a cooking fire or anything else like that. It's just a warm me up fire. A little bit of firewood there. Don't plan on having a huge fire because it's a little windy today, so I shall keep the fire pretty small. We don't want any big flames, so I shall keep that small. It's always nice to come out and enjoy the fire in the middle of nowhere. So the thing is, the only thing that even makes existence in this part of the world possible is heat. No heat, we don't live here. Very, very simple. It'd be too cold to live here without heat. So, yeah, nice to come out and have a fire, enjoy the warmth from the fire, and I shall do a bit more video in a minute, because looks like I'm neglecting that little pile that I've got going there. Right, I'll be back in a bit. Well, it's coming along a bit better. I've got a decent log in there at the moment. I'm just going to let that dry through and let that keep going. Sun has finally broke the trees over there. Now in the summer, the sun comes up over that way. Not so much this time of the year. Yeah. Look, shadow person. Hello. Yeah. It's a good spot. Yeah, so I've got to keep the fire pretty small today. There is a bit of wind around. I have plenty of water and that with me, just in case. However, I'd rather have to not put out a fire than just keep it small. So I shall do that. Let that one big one get warmed up through there, and then that can be the base of my fire for some time, I should think. Yeah, right. That's really rather pleasant. I'm gonna sit back down. Oh, it's tad chilly. It's I don't know, it's around 0, -2, something like that. But I shall let this get going. Get some good heat in there, and then it's supposed to snow tonight, so we shall see how that works out. I'm not camping out here overnight, although I do have all my gear with me. This time of the year I always have everything with me. I've got all my tarps and Christ knows what in here. Everything lives in my pack. Yeah, but definitely needed this time of the year. And then I have a kit belt as well, which has pretty much a duplicate of a lot of things. I've got poncho in there for shelter and water and more bear spray and all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah, always make sure you have your gear with you this time of the year, because you never know what's going to happen. So, it can be like this one minute, and then suddenly the wind changes, and then it starts snowing. I've seen people get caught out numerous times. Right, I am going to sit here and keep an eye on the fire for a little bit, and then I'm going to have a cup of tea. Right, that'll do for now. Well, I had to do it. The sun is shining right in my eyes. Not sure how this is going to work out. Cup of tea by the campfire. Smoke in my face, as always. Doesn't matter where you sit, the smoke always gets you. Feet up. A little bit of firewood. Like I say, trying to keep the fire a little bit small today, because it's I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a bit windy. But it's going to be nice and sunny. So I should get some good sunshine through here till about mid-afternoon, I think. Then the clouds are going to build, and then I think I have snow on the way. So it'll be a half-day trip today, I think. Don't want to be out here trudging through snow. I do have my spikes with me, because this time of the year you do need them. And I'm going to enjoy this campfire and this cup of tea. And if I can keep the sun off the lens, there we go, perfect. I'd even be able to get a picture of that. Perfect. Oh, that's good tea. Actually, I don't think there's such thing as bad tea. Unless, of course, you have that flavoured green tea, gnat's piss water crap that people have. Yeah, I have no idea what they see in that, but that's not tea. That's, nah, that's just green water. Right. Time for me to move around the other side, I think, get away from this smoke. That'll do for a bit. Sounds of a forest on a windy day, eh? The other good thing about this time of the year is no mosquitoes. Hey, I can sit here and I'm not getting eaten alive. Once you get the smoke going from the fire anyway, they tend to bugger off, but this is good. Good way to relax out in the middle of nowhere. It's good unwinding. Some people need to be entertained all day and they have to have, continuous. If they're not being entertained, then they have no clue how to live life and what have you. But trust me, coming out here, sitting here, doing this, just enjoying the day and letting it go by, it's absolute pure magic. Yeah. More people should do this, As long as you know what you're doing, it's fine. Just remember, once you light a fire, it's your fire, and it's your fire until it's out. Stone cold, put your hand in it, kind of out. Not, it looks like it's out. Because you get a good gust of wind, especially on a day like today, it can flare up pretty quick. So trust me, there'll be nothing but wood ash left in there by the time I leave here today. Yep. Right, that'll do for now. I think I'm just going to sit here and enjoy this. Well, still getting smoked out. That's good. No bugs. There's a little bit of power in that sun. I can feel the warmth in the sun. Nothing like summer, of course. You sit here in the summer and you're looking for shade. This time of the year, it's actually not bad at all. You can sit here and you can still feel the warmth of the sun on your face, which is actually really nice. Like I say, always make sure you have all your gear with you in your pack. In there, I've got tarps and blankets, and I've got reflective tarps and all kinds of stuff. I mean, you can build all kinds of fancy shelters, and I have camped here in a tent, and I have built little shelters in that here. A lot of people come out and they build these really nice fancy shelters and all that kind of stuff, which is great, but there's a time and a place for everything. But, I prefer to have all my gear in the pack and do as minimum damage to the trees, and it actually takes a lot of trees to build one of those shelters, and these trees need their branches more than I do. I have all kinds of sleeping pads and stuff that I bring with me. I think the trees would appreciate keeping their branches rather than me using them just for a couple of nights and then dumping them. Trees need them. I don't. There's a time and a place for everything, like I say. But everything I need is in my pack. Can't odds that. Right, Spotlight's getting a bit smoky, so I need to put some smaller stuff on it. Alright. And that's how a fire should be. Stone cold and soaked right through. It's literally, I just poured a whole bunch of water on it. It was stone cold anyway, but I just poured a whole bunch of water on there and piled it up with rocks. There ain't nothing in there that's hot anymore. It's well drenched. It ain't going to do anything. Right, sun's going around and the clouds build in. We're supposed to get snow this afternoon. As you can see, the cloud is building out that way and it's building fast, so I've made the decision to cut it short today. So fire is out. Just need to pack up all my gear and head out. As you can see, apologies for the camera shaking, but it is actually pretty bloody cold. Right, that'll do. Stone cold. That's how you should leave a campfire. Right. Time to go. Well, that time of year again, I guess. And the rivers are starting to freeze up. This particular river, it's actually easier to walk up through there this time of the year. Once it's actually frozen solid, it's still pretty thin. I'm not sure how thick that ice is, but yeah, it's definitely coming. It's pretty cold when it starts to freeze up like that. Yes, but it's actually easier to head up that valley up through there. If you put your spikes on, it's actually easier to head up through that valley. Way easier. Yeah. Right. Time for me to head home. It is getting a little chilly and the snow's going to be flying pretty soon.